You know, we were this jumped up label, still operating out of Vernon Yard, and we were the top singles label in the country. We had that year, we had Phil Collins that year, we had the Heaven 17 hits, we had Culture Club, we had Fat Larry's band Zoom, number 2. He couldn't get through the door of the building, he was so fat. He couldn't get through. It was unbelievable. What else did we have? And then of course we had Penthouse and Pavement out all afternoon. We had Japan Tin Drum, yeah, because the one before was Gentleman Take Polaroids. I think it was Tin Drum. We had OMD on Din Disc, and then in September we had consecutive #1 albums in 3 weeks with Culture Club, the follow-up. What was the follow-up called? Colour by Numbers, UB40, Red Red Wine, and Labour of Love, and Genesis. So we had 3 singles in the top 5, and we went #1 album, #1 album, #1 album over 3 weeks. We could do no wrong. And then just before Christmas, we had Simple Minds. Oh, Simple Minds Waterfront came out as the first single from their next album. And that was the point where I sat down with Stephen Navin. We had all the compilation companies, KTEL, and Stephen Navin, who was our lawyer, called me in one day, because by that time I'd been made, I was general manager. That's right, Steve Lewis moved to the publishing company, so I became general manager. And he said, who are we going to license all these hits to? He said, I'm getting faxes every day. He said, Arcade have come back and they've offered 30,000 quid for this, and KTEL have come back with it and they've offered 45. And he said, you know, and I said, well, why don't we do it ourselves? And he went, what do you mean? I said, well, we've got enough hits, can we put our own album out? And he said, oh, that's not a bad idea. And we literally got out an envelope and wrote down the costs, the market, you know, we did it on TV. I mean, so they spent $250,000 on TV, so $250,000 TV, and press this many, and then we sat there and we went, good God, you could make a bloody fortune out of this. And then so we went and talked to Simon and everything, and then I think it was me who said, well, hang on, they're all double albums, we haven't got enough to make a double album, but what about our friends at EMI? They've had loads of hits. So that's when we went to EMI, to Peter Jameson was running it at the time, and said, why don't we do this together? Why don't we form a joint venture? And we did, and we had a meeting in Simon Dreyfus' office, which is where the Danish bacon poster from 1930, which was the pig and the chicken, saying, now that's what I call music, and that's where the title came from. And of course, it sold 1 million in 3 weeks. We all sat there and then we said, well, we can't get it out in time. And it was, why not? Well, gatefold sleeves. Gatefold sleeves take 2 weeks. Oh, do they? Oh, God. Eddie Productions going, nah, we won't get sleeves in, we won't get sleeves in, we won't have it out till, then you've got to have a call out off the community, we won't have it out till the week before Christmas. And we're going, oh, we can't do that, can't do that. What are we going to, and Richard's going, why do they take 2 weeks? I said, well, they do. It takes 2 weeks to make gatefold sleeves. And he says, who makes our sleeves? Tinsley Robel. Who's he? Lee Newbon, you've played golf with him. Oh yeah, get him on the phone. Yeah. Lee, we've got a bit of a problem. 24 hours. And we later asked Lee Newbon, we said, why did it always take 2 weeks to make sleeves, gatefold sleeves? He said, we didn't want to make them any quicker.